What's up, everybody? Welcome to part two of the HA880 review. I had several more sessions on the 880, including some head high type waves. So now I'm think in a better position to articulate some of the key characteristics of the 880. Um, I'm going to be showing footage of a day when conditions were maybe like 17 to 20 knots. It was 100% north cross shore right after the wind switched from being offshore. So the bumps were somewhat disorganized, even past the reef. The swell was random, but nevertheless, I was able to catch some bumps here and there. My original idea of the part two review was to show you how the 880 behaves on head high waves. But I managed to rip my hand wing and I also lost the GoPro all in one day. So the footage is somewhere on the ocean floor and I have a ripped Duotone unit. Anyways, what I can say is that you can certainly ride the 880 in the head high waves. I purposely dropped in on bigger waves and the fall was totally manageable. I never lost control when I was kind of paying attention to. The wipeouts that I had were not because of the foil was too big or too slow. The falls were because of my technical errors when surfing. That's it. Um, I think that when you catch any type of decent groundswell, you can ride the 880 for a really long time. As long as the swell is not fast moving, that is. It's just so easy to ride. I mean that. Three things I wanted to kind of highlight today. The first thing is to chat about the stall speed, which is remarkably low for the size of the of this foil. Um, Now, one key advantage to the 925 is you can ride smaller bumps without having to nurse the foil every single moment. Two is you can pump for longer because the amplitude of the load phase when you're pumping is more gradual and more gentle. Basically, longer and bigger loads on the pump instead of faster burst cycles like on the 925. Unlike the 925, the 880 is quite happy to stay with gentle cadence and for longer. The 925 does require higher cardio by applying more frequent, shorter bursts of loads in order for you to stay afloat. Um, I actually think that the 880 kind of helped me kind of polish some of my pumping technique a little bit. I believe that. Anyways, um, the second key thing I wanted to articulate about the 880 is its ability to kind of keep stable, um, during turbulent water conditions. Um, Now, for wingers, that doesn't matter much because whenever we come across whitewash, we can kind of power the sail and kind of escape, at least most of the time. But I find that the 880 is more stable in whitewater compared to the 925. Occasionally, when I come across a wake generated from a large vessel, I try to catch what I can on the back end of the wake. And I feel that the 880 is more stable than the 925 in turbulent waters, that is. Speaking of the 925, I no longer have it, but I can imagine now after riding the 880 for like a month, I will probably struggle to ride the 925. The 880 is just so easy, almost like lazy type riding. It's so forgiving as well. Um, okay, so the third thing I wanted to kind of highlight is the breach recovery. The other day I was riding my ART Pro, which is super fast, super glidey type foil. But every time I do sloppy transition and I manage to poke the front wing out of the water, you feel it immediately. It seems like things become unstable and sometimes you fall. Same thing surfing as well. Like the ARTs, those super high aspect foils, they're awesome. They're fast and they're glidey, but they don't like breaching too well. That 880 really doesn't mind that. It's almost, to me, the breaching on the 880 is almost like not noticeable. Um, that's at least my perception coming from the 925. Um, Now that I've ridden the 880 in various conditions, I'm 100% ready to switch and move on to the smaller 780. However, the last 2 weeks have been particularly bad on my gear. I managed to rip 2 unit D-labs, end up buying another wing somehow in the process, and I had to buy another GoPro. So I need to find the right moment to get the 780 in my quiver. When I do that, I'll probably spend some time before I kind of see what's what. But this is my next thing. I've decided to get the 780 as my next thing. Um, Now, in terms of the 780 and comparing that to the 880, one of the local riders in Miami did offer me um, the 780, and I'll take advantage of that. My third and final review is going to be the 780 and 880 back to back, same day, same gear, same stabilizer, same spot. Um, I need to take delivery of my new hand wing first and get accustomed to, I guess, the new handle and everything that is going to come with. But once I get a couple sessions on my new hand wing, I will certainly get a hold of the 780 and I'll do um, back-to-back comparison with the 880. Anyways, I hope again you find this useful. Please drop in a comment or question if you have. I hope I can navigate your choices. If you're like in the Armstrong kind of universe and you're looking for files, ping me. I do have quite a bit of time put in on the high aspect files and limited time on the MA, so I can have some kind of basic comparison at least um, in my mind at least. So drop me a comment or question. Happy to help if I can. Please stay safe and hope to see you in the water one day. Cheers. Bye.